I need many gloves because I expect these tulips might be really wet. Good morning, welcome back to the garden. Mother's Day is tomorrow. I still have about 75 tulips to pull, and that's after delivering about 200, a little less than 200, 14 bunches into a store in town yesterday, and we have a few more custom deliveries to make. The weather's actually been really cool and rainy for the past 4 or 5 days, which has not been great because I could have sold a lot more yesterday at that shop in town. I told them to cut off orders because I wasn't sure I would have enough. And I got just enough for that order. And I'm hoping that I can find 75 really nice ones. I actually have some doubles in another bed. Let's look at the main bed right here. This is just one raised bed. It is 4 by 8 feet and there are 1,600 tulips stuffed into this bed here. This is the multi-flowering, I believe, Toronto. They were a little bit short. I didn't pull those. I may leave them and then move them into my landscape later on. But what I'm noticing is some of these are looking quite different than the picture, and these ones are the main culprit. So just yesterday I actually found this printout that I made of all of the varieties that I ordered, and all of these are in this bed right here. But these ones here, now they're pretty cool. They start out a little bit more of a pale orange, they're edged in red, and they deepen as they age. But in the photo, they're a much paler orange. These are called Daydream. They were amazing as cut flowers. They're nice and tall. That part is great. I didn't love the color, but they actually did sell really well. They are Darwin hybrid. They're 22 inches tall. Everything is great except they weren't exactly as shown in the photo. The next to bloom are the ones way over there on this side called Candy Prince, and I sort of missed those ones. They opened on a beautifully hot sunny day when I was busy, and about half of them I didn't get pulled early enough, so they're out here blooming, which, let's be honest, makes for good content, I suppose. But I really would have liked to have those in storage for Mother's Day, but that's fine. I missed those. They are early tulips, 18 inches tall, and they paired amazingly well with this one called Negrita. These ones are a little bit taller than the Candy Prince, and again, they're darker than they show in the photo. I don't mind, but I almost thought when they started to open that they were in fact the Queen of the Night, which are these ones right here. That confused me for a moment because I know that the Queen of the Night is one of the latest that I have to open. So I have all of these right here, and I have anywhere between 150 and 300 each, depending on how many I sold. I did sell some bulbs at the end of last year. Now, of all of these, I think my favorite has to be these buttery pale yellow ones right over here. Those are Cream Flag, and I was able to pull and sell most of those. Now, that combination right there of Cream Flag, Candy Prince, and Negrita, that made the most spectacular bouquets. They were absolutely gorgeous. They sold so well. I just wish they were a week later and they could have made Mother's Day. So what I did for Mother's Day is these ones here, Canadian Liberator, which are a bright red. They are a really nice size. I had bouquets of just those and they went over really well. And then I had a few that had some of the pale yellow, some of the Cream Flag, a little bit of Queen of the Night, and then this one, which is just starting. This is Antarctica. The buds are a little bit smaller. I'm not super happy with those, but I'm just tucking a couple extra into the bouquets. That's everything on this list except Salmon Van Eyck. Those are a lovely pink. They were pretty much exactly as described, but some of them are turning a little bit yellow as they age, which is interesting. And I did manage to pull and sell most of those. So the only thing that has not started to color up yet, Doll's Minuet. I can't wait to see how these compare to their photo. But overall, it was a very successful year for tulips. So next thing I have to do is try to get about 75 of these pulled. I think 70, but I like to have a few extra, just in case. I've been known to break stems. Oh, I have some doubles over there. Let's go look at those. Okay, these are my doubles that the deer had nibbled on, luckily before the buds came up. Oh, it looks like I might have a few. This is the size that you want to pull these. Now I have 5 bouquets to make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And maybe a couple of these pink. These are lovely, but I only had a few of those. I may have enough to put 2 of those in each bouquet, and this is more of the Toronto. I'm just letting those bloom out. We'll deadhead them and then let the foliage die back naturally, and then we'll move them into a nice spot in the landscape. Okay. I think I'm going to start with the Queen of the Nights. There aren't a ton, and it is cold out, so bringing them indoors will help them color up. The buds will size up a little bit quicker, which is what we want, because these will be going out the door tomorrow. Now these are jammed so close together, and that's just because I'm pulling them. I'd ideally like to get them up bulb and all. Oh, that one came up. But the soil is just a little bit too firm for that for the most part. But I'm not worrying about it because I don't need to store these, not even for 24 hours. With the bulb on, I can store them for, I think, technically up to a month. I would not store them for longer than a week just because I don't have that space. My goal is to get these harvested and get them out the door as quick as possible. Now these are planted for cut flowers, which is why I've jammed them so close together. And I didn't even really plant them. I pretty much dumped them in a trench, made sure that they weren't stacked on top of each other, and that was it. I didn't stand them up. I don't even think I lined them up. I may have. I think I was a lot less careful this year than I was last year, because you don't need to be. Even if they're planted upside down, that shoot will come the right way up. And I am going to be clearing out all of those ones that I let bloom, with the exception of Toronto and whatever that light purple one is. I've already forgotten. This is why I had a list before. And that's because I need to flip this bed as quick as I can, and I think that the next thing I'm going to put here are gladiolas. 15. Okay. So these ones, my tiny little Antarcticas that I thought were supposed to be a bit bigger, and that's why you pull them up from the bulb instead of cutting them at ground level, because ground level is here. I need to stop talking and count. Thanks. Okay, we have 70 and a small boy. Hi, buddy. I still cover these at night just because of the deer, but these tulips should be done and out of here within about a week, maybe a week and a half. Fresh gloves again, 'cause mud. What you doing, buddy? You're going backwards. 2, I think we can find 8, 6, 7, 8, no, I need 10. 8, 9, 10, yes, we can do 10. That's 10, so I'll have 2 doubles for each bouquet. That is fine. We need dogwood next, and then we're gonna get all these in the house. We'll let them sit for a few hours, and then we'll make some lovely Mother's Day bouquets. Alice wants to show you a jump. Very nice, buddy. You better believe I take full advantage of this giant dogwood every spring. You can't kill this thing. I think 25. I've been putting 3 in each regular tulip bunch, but this is Mother's Day, so I think we need 5. Ow, thorns. The dogwood is not thorny. There's a big invasive wild rose over there. 24. 25. Got him. Okay. I'm gonna get all these into the house. start.